few days ago I took a trip up to the northwest of Scotland to stay in and film a luxury treehouse called the Treehouse. I booked 2 nights at a cost of £210 per night, but don't worry, it's a tax write-off. Well, I f***ing hope it is. When I first arrived, I was greeted by the owner Michael and his dog Peg. Michael gave me directions to the treehouse and I set off into the jungle-esque hillside. Now, usually I would just jump straight into the tour, but I have to share the most mind-boggling aspect of this project, and that is it was delivered by helicopter. I did ask Michael why he opted for this method of delivery and installation, and he explained that it simply wasn't a realistic option to transport all of the materials for this build via the narrow and winding path which leads up to the site. Michael, a project manager by profession, told me that the goal for himself and his wife Anne-Marie was to create a sanctuary in their woodland canopy whilst causing minimal disruption to the nature that surrounds it during the build. In line with this goal, using the income generated from the project so far, they have been able to regenerate the existing woodland and look forward to planting an additional acre of mixed woodland in the nearby moorland. Coming back to the tour, when you first come in the door, you are greeted with a welcome package which includes a bottle of Prosecco, eggs laid by the hens which you pass on your walk up to the treehouse, and a glass jar of delicious pasticcini di mandorla baked by Anne-Marie. Sorry to all of my Italian viewers for butchering that name. The property is made up of several sections. First, we have the kitchen, which is finished with a combination of Scandinavian-style wood elements and matte black fixings. There's a double bed with storage room beneath and a large window looking out into the greenery behind. A hotel-grade bathroom is hidden behind one of the unsuspecting wooden doors, and we have a living room area plus a balcony just outside with a folding table, seating and an elevated view of the surrounding woodland. As with all sides of the treehouse, the living room has a set of blinds which you can pull up to reveal a clear view of the surrounding woods, Loch Broom, and the hills in the distance through a perfectly positioned clearing between the treetops. Above and beyond the amazing views, the living room is set up to make the most of the limited space. As you might expect, it has a couple of chairs and some storage built in for books and the like, but it also has a table which folds away and a bench which folds out to create a second bed if you're bringing a third wheel on your trip, or if you fall out with your wife and get kicked out of the double bed. Again, making great use of the space, the rollout mattress and second set of bedding is stored underneath the double bed on the other side of the building. Moving on, we have the bathroom, which like the kitchen has been finished with muted Scandinavian tones and matte black fixings. You have the sink, the throne, a rain head shower, storage for towels and toiletries, a couple of hand towels and a window which looks out to the woods. If you look closely, you can see the swarms of midges that plague this part of Scotland in particular. If you do come up to this part of the world, be sure to bring midgie repellent. Stupidly, I didn't bring any, and I'm now covered in lumps and bumps from being bitten to bits. I also got 2 more tick bites on this trip, which, if you've seen my other videos, is becoming a concerning theme in my life. Back to the main living area, in the centre of the room you have a wood burning stove with a chimney going straight up to the roof, where there are 2 large rectangular skylights. One of my favourite parts of staying here was seeing and hearing the rain bouncing off the glass as I lay in bed. Maybe I'm a weirdo, or maybe it's just because I'm ginger and allergic to sun, but I prefer very rainy weather to very sunny weather. Wood for the fire can be found in a little storage section to the rear of the stove. However, during my trip I didn't have to make use of the fire, as the treehouse comes equipped with central and underfloor heating. The controls and equipment for the heating and power are hidden behind another pair of secret doors where you can also find additional storage. The treehouse comes with a Wi-Fi connection and access to a wall-mounted Alexa if you want to listen to music, which is a nice touch. Further along this wall you have another concealed door where the vacuum and of course the extendable ladder are kept. Moving on to the kitchen, you have some soft lighting, a full width overhead shelf with various pots, pans and glassware, which, if you're vertically challenged, can be reached using the aforementioned extendable ladder. From left to right, you have a coffee and tea station, a large bin, a hob which blends into the worktop, a built-in slab of what looks like granite to protect the worktop from hot pans, a matte black sink and tap, some wall-mounted knives, and down below a selection of cupboards. Once again, these are accessed via push-to-open doors, hiding things like a compact fridge freezer, supplies for cleaning and accidental arson, an oven, and 3 drawers with matte black utensils and cutlery, crockery, plus some ingredients and other useful items. Impressively, despite its location, the tree house's electricity and water supply both come from the main grid. After my stay, I reached out to Michael with a bunch of questions about his project, and he kindly answered all of them, which has hopefully helped me make this video much more informative for you all. I did ask him one final question, and that was, did he have any regrets about the project or advice to anyone who wants to do something similar? In response, Michael said that his own professional experience, skill set and meticulous planning had been a tremendous help in making their vision and aspirations a reality. Furthermore, Michael was well versed in areas such as contract procurement, design and health and safety. On top of this, with the experience of renovating their last 3 primary residences, which included the complete refurbishment of a 16th century barn, he knew exactly what to do when undertaking this project. He concluded by saying that going into something like this, you should have an inquiring, open mind, and don't be afraid to ask the most obvious of questions on any aspect of the project. If you want to book the tree house for yourself, I'll leave links down below. Thanks to Michael and Anne-Marie for their hospitality and taking the time to answer my questions. Also, big thanks to Tim Hamlet for kindly allowing me to include his drone footage. And whilst I'm on that topic, if you're a videographer or photographer and you live literally anywhere in the world other than Scotland, hit me up on Instagram, as I'm looking for people who can film videos like this in countries all over the world. I'm talking Norway, France, the USA. If you've got a good camera, can film a decent video and would like to work with me filming cool tiny house videos like this, then I want to hear from you. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, please take a second to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.